Okay, good evening, everyone. I think we are live. And if anyone can see me or hear me, please leave me a comment in the chat and just let me know. I do have the group chat on, so you can go ahead and say hello, where you're from, or just let me know that you can hear me and see me okay. So just let me know. This is my first live webinar, so I'm wanting to make sure that I have all of the technology and bells and whistles going okay over here. So let me know. But welcome, welcome. I'm happy you're here. This webinar is about kick-ass list building and simple yet sexy capture pages. So what does that mean? Well, a lot of times you'll see me, if you've been following me on Facebook or if you're on my email list, you'll see me talk a lot about, or you'll hear me talk a lot about list building, building your list or generating leads. And all of this is a process that I learned from my mentor and different sources over time, and I want to go ahead and teach them to you as well, because it really is sort of the building block and the foundation if you're trying to build a business online. This is how the marketing starts. This is the most important piece that you need to have in place before you can start really generating a business that will sustain you over a period of time. So what is a list? And I'm going to go ahead and give you sort of the basics, the mechanics and the flow, the process of this. There are 3 steps to this process of building a list. I'm going to go over them and then show you the capture page tool and how to build it. And I want to let everybody know up front, I will be using tools that I work with in an attraction marketing and online marketing training company called My Lead System Pro. Now, if you want to get the tools that I am using, when you're seeing them and you want to use them as well, we do have a $10 trial for our system. You can try it out, test it out, see if it works for you. If you need to build your influence online, if you need to build your brand online, if you need to know how to generate leads online, we're talking targeted leads that are specific to your business, and learn how to do this in a very effective way that brands you. My Lead System Pro is a great system to use. Gives you an entire library of training as well as the tools to build capture pages and blogs and things that you're going to need to have an online business, kind of like your one-stop shop. And like I said, you can test drive it for 10 bucks for 10 days, see if it works for you, and if it's what you need, cool. Keep going, love to have you. If not, that's cool too. You know, no harm, no foul. So I'm going to go ahead and post a link to the $10 trial later on in the webinar. But I wanted to get that clear up front. That's the tools that I will be using. And why am I using this? Because also, if you've been following me or working with me, you know I'm all about simplicity. I am a mom. Just to give you a little background, my name is Jen Rapinian. As you know, I'm a mom, stay-at-home mom of 4 children. Youngest is 4, oldest is 14. And I am somebody who found the need at one point, because of many different situations and some obstacles and hardships that came up in my life, saw the need to really be able to generate income and help the family out. And I didn't want to have to go back to work and put my children in daycare. That was a commitment that I made 14 years ago when my oldest daughter was born, and I wanted to honor that commitment as long as I could, and I was determined to do so. So I looked online to the home business industry to help me out with this. And through lots of trials and errors and really you know, spending a lot of time and money and figuring things out, I finally understood that I needed to find the most simple, easiest way to build this business. And I don't mean to say by easy, I want to make it clear. I don't mean to say that it's not work. It's a lot of work and it's a lot of hard work. But I had to figure out a way to do it around my family, my husband and 4 children who needed me, and I had to be present for them at the same time. So I found a mentor who was in the same position as I was when she started her online career over 16 years ago. So she understood the need to have things super simple and kind of a one-stop shop and just a way to build it in the nooks and crannies of her day, because she had young children as well. And she has since gone on to build, you know, over 7 figures in her business. So I think she knows what she's talking about. So, you know, you have to be able to listen to the right folks when you're trying to look for direction in this industry, in this profession. So then I was, through her, introduced to My Lead System Pro. And it was exactly what I needed. It was that simplicity, the one-stop shop, and everything that I needed to build my brand online and begin generating leads. And I did. I generated leads. I followed the training, followed what they said, and followed the steps. And I started generating leads, my first leads online ever, immediately. So as soon within, I would say, I think it was in 48 hours of starting that training, I was generating leads. And then with the trainings that I learned, 1 month I was able to really generate over 300 leads. And so I decided to teach these concepts that I've learned to other people that I know, especially you moms out there who are starting your businesses and you want to be able to generate leads and increase your sales and increase your influence online, and in a simple way that's easy and can be done. So it within whatever obligations that you have, whether it's children or a full-time job or you're taking care of another family member, this is how a great way to do it. So let's start with list building. And so when you are on any major retailer's website, right, or even if you go into a store, most of the time they're going to ask you at some point for your name and email. So when you put that in, what happens? You get notifications either in your mailbox or in your email box about coupons, sales, specials that they're having. And sometimes if they're really savvy, they will appear to know exactly what you're looking for and what you like, and they will tailor their offers to match what you've bought in the past. It's really cool, right? So this process is really similar. Did you know that you could use the same process that the larger retailers use in your own business? Of course you can. So this is called list building. So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to collect that name and email. So I'm going to screen share. Here we go. Ready? This is going to be tricky now. I'm going to my first screen share. Let's see. I'm going to screen share my computer. Let's see. And it looks funky. But here we go. I'm hoping you can see this. And I'm going to show you this flow. And this is how to build a list. The first thing you want to do. Oh, we can hide that there. Whoops, come back. Are you seeing this? If anyone is seeing this, you can go ahead and comment in the chat box so you can see it. So these are the 3 parts of the opt-in process. Okay, so the first thing, and I don't know if you can see my cursor, I'm going to kind of point at it here, is the capture page. So this is a website, and you will go to it and you will see some sort of text on there that talks about what is being offered. If you put in your name and email, you get something. You get some sort of information or some sort of offer. And there are many, many capture page builders out there, and I've tried some in the past that were a bit complicated and a bit on the pricey side. So again, I am a simplicity girl, and with My Lead System Pro, I use what they have for capture page building called Funnelizer, and I will do a demo of that at the end of this webinar. So this is, in the past, before we had capture pages, this is what you would do. You would take people's business cards, right? Or you would write people's names down and phone numbers down on pieces of paper. Or if you really are as old as I am, you remember the old Rolodex. You would have people's names and phone numbers, and you would write them down somewhere and have these probably unruly lists going on, right? Or maybe even a spreadsheet of an Excel spreadsheet. That's the capture pages of old. Today, it's great because now we have this technology, and it keeps getting better and better, where you can make great looking capture pages that do this for you. It captures that information for you, the name and the email, and you can even put the phone number if you want to. And that is where people get to know what it is that you're offering them. And then from there, once they put in their name and email, they go to the second step in the flow, which is the thank you page. Well, it can be one of 2 things. Let me back up. It can be either a thank you page that basically says, like, when you registered for this webinar, you came to a thank you page that said, thank you for registering. Here's the link. Here's the date and time of the webinar, and here's the link to click on. So you could, you can customize a thank you page to say anything you want. You could have a video of yourself. Same with the capture page. You can have a video of yourself saying hello, whatever it is that you want. Or you can do a free offer. Sometimes they'll have maybe a free training, whether it's in video or a PDF or an ebook, or you might have some sort of a sample of something, and that would be on the thank you page after they put in their information. So then from there they go to the third step, which is the AutoResponder. And there are many AutoResponder programs out there. I use one called Aweber. I'm not going to do demo Aweber on this webinar. I can do it in the future if that would help. I also have videos on my YouTube channel, Jennifer Rapinion, demoing Aweber. And what the AutoResponder does is it captures that name and email into a database, and it keeps it there nice and safe and sound, and you can program your AutoResponder to send follow-up emails. Because as I've said in previous trainings, and you've heard this probably from your companies or through other trainings, that the fortune is in the follow-up, and really that time, the follow-up is when you're building that relationship. So your potential customers are getting to know you, you're sending them information via email through your AutoResponder. You can do it automatically. Remember, we're back to the simplicity and the automation, how to make this whole business building process easier and simpler. You need to leverage tools that are out there. So this is just a huge one, because you can email your entire database at once, and you can program them to do it in the future, or right then and there, send what's called a broadcast out to everybody immediately, or you can do it in the future, tomorrow, next week, as many as you want. So you see how convenient and wonderful this can be. So this is where your customers are really starting to get to know you, and you can follow up with them on a daily basis, which is usually what I do. And imagine back in the day, following up meant what? It meant either sending a postcard, or it meant giving them a phone call, or maybe in more recent years, a text message. And what happens when we do that? Imagine if we gave people a phone call every single day, right? Wouldn't that be kind of awkward and annoying? That would be really annoying, right? We don't do that because it would be really bugging people. But you know what? People don't mind getting the daily emails, because they can just choose to either not open it, they can choose to delete it, they can choose at their leisure when they're ready to take a look at what your content or your offer or what it is you have to say, which I think is just the beauty of this whole process. Because isn't it a better way of doing things? And really, isn't it, people don't like to be sold to. They don't like to be pressured. They like to make decisions on their own. So why not let them do that? I think in the past there was so much pressure from our companies and our profession to almost like, and unfortunately I think we got a bad rap because of it. In the past it was more like getting people, like going to the mall and pulling people, total strangers, aside and just, talking about your home business, or really bugging everybody at a family function, or prospecting your waiter or waitress at a restaurant. And it felt icky. It feels weird. It feels kind of So isn't this a great way? What you want to do is really allow people to make the decision themselves. And if you're even better, going from a customer to a team member, someone who's going to join you as a business partner, that is just what a gift to allow people to enroll themselves, right? I mean, who better to enroll someone onto your team but that person themselves, right? There's no pressure. You're not forcing anyone. You're not bugging or really getting obnoxious about it. It's just simply, it's a choice that they make when they are ready in their own time, and we're okay with that. So you may send something in the follow-up, and maybe weeks later, maybe months later, maybe even years later, whatever that day comes where the offer is right, that time is right for them, they will open that email. And in the meantime, you can invite them to everything. Invite them to your team calls. Invite them to your training webinars. Invite them to your Super Saturdays. Whatever it is, tell them about your monthly specials. Whatever it may be, the new products that are coming out. And again, when the time is right for that individual person, they'll be ready, they'll open it up, and there it is. You will have a brand new customer or a brand new team member who's super excited to be there because they wanted to be there. And that's such a great feeling. So that's really building that relationship with them, because we are in the relationship business. So let's see. And another example of that, if you were going to, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing this right now. So let's see. Here we go. And I'm back. So, you know, it's kind of weird, right? When you go into a store, if you went into any retail store and you have the salesperson following you around the store, it's really awkward and weird, right? Like you would want that. You'd be like, let me just walk around and shop. But when I'm ready to pick something out, then I will, and we'll go from there. And I think that's the same concept with this autoresponder is you're letting people walk around the store as long as they want to and look at whatever they want. And when they're ready to buy, they can. And if they don't, that's okay too. They can sit and window shop if they like. So really, it's a great process. And so let's talk about the capture page. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my, here we do another screen share, but let me see if I can get the right screen on this time, because here we go. Whoops. Let's see. Let me do the screen share again, and I'm going to show you about a capture page. Now the capture page is important because this is like, you know, your front door. So you need to, you have a very short time to get somebody's attention, and this is where you need to be able to have a capture page communicate to them in an instant what it is that you are offering to them, what solution you are giving to a problem that they may be having. So, whoops, that was the chat. That was the chat, not the screen share. Let me try this again. I should have kept the screen share on, silly me. Let me bring up my Lead System Pro. Here we go. So when you're building a capture page, and I'm going to go into the funnelizer right now. This is the back office. So when you're doing a capture page, you want to talk about what your potential customers want to talk about, and you want to offer them a solution, like I said, to a problem that they may be having. So you're not going to really talk about your company, talk about your products. You're not going to really go into you know, your latest special, because that can come later during the follow-up process. So right now you're just looking to solve a problem. And let's see. Let me go ahead and create one. So what we're going to do is we'll do a funnel name. So it's going to have you, this name is just something for you, so you'll recognize the funnel. So I will say, right now in New Hampshire, especially in my office, it is extremely sweaty and hot. It's in the 90s and the humidity is high. So I'm going to just make up some, let's see, well for this I will just say list building demo. And then this is going to be the funnel slug, which usually is a couple of words that will remind you and let you know what this is about, what the capture page is about. So I'll just say webinar demo. Okay, so you want to create new funnel, create my funnel. So you'll notice that here there are all sorts of templates. These are the templates that you have to work with. So it's something simple right here with a background picture that you can choose the one that they have here, the default, or you can choose your own. Something with bullet points, you can write a bunch of text. For me, like I said, I'm a simple kind of girl, so I tend to shy away from that one. I like just absolutely simple, like see this, the opt-in page, couple of words, email, name an email box, and I'm good to go. If you have an ebook that you've written, there's one you can offer a free report or an ebook. Here's another one with a freebie giveaway. And you can see these are already done for you. What you see right here, this is what the templates look like. And you can absolutely use these templates if you want. And this is what I mean, where I show people the My Lead System Pro tools is because I like to help people get set up to get leads and increase their income and increase their audience and their influence immediately. I want to see people generate leads right away. So these are the tools that make it super simple, the most done for you that I've seen, and that look the best and operate the best, so you can do that right now. So this is the Google Map opt-in page. So if you wanted to say, upcoming webinar in the Nashua, New Hampshire area, calling all reps in the Nashua, New Hampshire area. We have an opportunity coming. This is something for a native ad blog. If you have a blog and you wanted to put a portion of it there to display it, you can do that. Here's a video with a timer. You might have seen those before. Again, more simple with just a background, simple with a video, and sometimes if you want to personalize it when you get more comfortable, you can actually put a video of yourself introducing, talking about the issue or what you're offering, what people will get once they opt in to your page, and introduce yourself. So that's really great too. Just a headline opt-in, and again, another video opt-in. And this is the video saying, this is kind of the video bait, means once you opt in, you will see a video about how to lose 15 pounds in 30 days, that kind of thing. So there's a chance to upsell if you have a product that you're looking to sell. A webinar here, there's some thank you pages that you can use. And there are professional sales pages, letters. You can see these. You have so many to choose from. A webinar presentation, a one-time offer. If you have a product, a special you want to put out to your folks, and you can have a button there so they can purchase it right there. So many options. But for this purpose here, I'm going to pick the simple. Let's do the simple. Let's do, actually I'm going to do, let's do the strong headline. I'm going to use this one. And the page name is going to be, let's see, we'll just do, oops. This building webinar demo. And then they want to do another slug, I will just say opt-in. And then you want to go ahead and publish funnel. Whoops, I'm sorry, save page and edit. Scroll up a little bit. Okay, so here is the capture page builder right here. And you can see that it has exactly what we saw on the template page. And you can absolutely customize this entire page to whatever you're doing. So you want to really, again, talk about what people want right now. So for example, if right now in the stores, it's the end of July, if you walk into a store, you know, what's happening right now in the stores? What are you going to see when you walk in? You're not going to see bathing suits, probably, I'm guessing. You're not going to see beach towels. You're going to see back to school stuff. You're going to see backpacks. You're going to see fall clothes. You're going to see fall shoes and school supplies and things like that. And the same thing with all of the flyers and the advertisements that are coming out from the stores. They're going to advertise back to school. They're telling you what you want, what you're thinking about right now. So they're knowing. So for example, when you get back to school, what's going to happen next? They will start talking about Halloween. Then they'll start talking about Christmas. So they're always one step ahead, talking to you and really telling you to come into the store, and because they know what you're thinking about, or that they have what's on your mind. So let's see. So for right now, I'm just going to use something that's happening right now. Well, actually, we could use back to school, I guess. So you could say, let's see, something like up here, as you can see, there's an example, get your free report. You could say one day sale coming soon. Let's see, and then all you have to do is really click into the box to edit it, and you can change the background colors, and you can change the fonts, and you can italic and underline it. So I'm going to click into here. And I'm going to say something like, let's see, you want your teenager, to have the coolest backpack in school? And so, and I'm just being silly right now. So I'm just saying, so if I'm, talking to moms who are worried about back to school, and this year their teenagers want the coolest backpack, and for some reason at their school, backpacks are all the rage, and if they have the best backpack, they are the cool kid in school. So I'm just being silly right now. Do you want your teenager to have the coolest backpack in school? If you were doing something for your company, what your home business, you might say something like, see the system that allowed me to release 15 pounds in 30 days. And you could put at the top, video, see amazing video, or see, incredible video inside, or something like that. So this, and if you don't want to even have this here, you don't know, if you want to make it so simple, you're just like, Jen, I can't even deal with that. You can absolutely see here, this green eye, click, all gone. So that you can even remove things. If that's just too much and you want to get something out, bing, bang, boom, Just do a cool headline that captures people's attention and some sort of keywords, you know, words that your prospect or your potential customer might be searching for on Google. That's sort of how you want to think about it. What's keeping them up at night? What are they looking for on Google? So maybe like, do you want your teacher to have the coolest backpack in school at you want your teenager to have the coolest backpack in school. Let's see. Where can we let you know about our one-day backpack sale? Okay, so you know there's a little subline. You can put a sub headline, but you can still even take that out if you want. See, sub headline. If you don't want it, see ya. So I'm just throwing things out there, but you can do whatever you want. That's the coolest thing about the funnelizers. You can customize things within seconds. So here is the name and the email address portion and the button that they click, and that is called My Form on here. So you can go ahead and edit your form fields. So you can have, you can have the name where it says enter your name and email. If you want to add in phone number, you can do that too. You can ask for the phone number. You can switch it around so the phone number is at the top, whatever order you want it to go in. I usually like, of course, the name, email. Oops, put the phone at the bottom. Whoops, put the email up there and say close. And now you can see it has the phone number box here. And then get lifetime access. Probably not in the appropriate wording that I would want for this. You can highlight it right here, over here, and change the wording. I would say, yes, let me, oops, maybe yes, give me the details. Like that. And then you can add any text that you want to that button. So how simple is that? Now over here where it says actions, you can choose for it to do nothing. When they click yes, give me the details, and it's what happens next. It can do nothing. You can give it some sort of alert message that says something else, whatever you want it to say. Go, please go to your email box right now to see your free report. You could do a URL, which, for example, if you have a company page, your distributor page, you could send them right to your distributor page. So as soon as they opt in, they could go right to your distributor page. So you can see it right then and there. They could go to a simple thank you page. So if it says go to a funnel page, that might mean if I create a thank you page, a separate funnelizer thank you page, I can send it right there. It would normally, when I clicked on this, if I created one, it would show up in a list. But I don't have one, so that's that. I usually send someone to a URL, or you can send them to a YouTube video. Maybe you have a company video about the products that you want to send people to, or a testimonial video, or an educational video, something inspirational, whatever it is, you can put anything you want in there. And you can change the colors. I'm not going to do it right now for the sake of time, but you can change colors on buttons, you can change colors on text, you can do anything you want. And that's it. You can even change the background image. Let's click here, background image. If you want to change it, see, I have a whole bunch of different ones here that I've used in the past, see? So I can change it to any one of these if I want to. See here, you can see my unique bronzer collection. I work with unique as well, so I could put that in the background if I was doing a capture page specifically for unique. And so then, oops, I forgot one more thing on my form. You want to click on this button here, Edit Integrations. And the integration is when you have that autoresponder, you want to attach your capture page and integrate it with your autoresponder so that when people put in their name and email, your autoresponder is programmed to send them a thank you message or a welcome message, whatever it is. I have a welcome message that you probably saw when you opted in for this webinar, or if you're on my newsletter, you saw my welcome page. So I use Aweber, so I would go ahead and do that and choose a list. These are all my lists. Just say my newsletter and add that integration. I'll hit a refresh to be sure it goes in, and I'm going to close this. And so when you're done, you can do a preview of what your work, so you can see it. See? Uh-oh. Wait a minute. I need to save the changes first. Note to self, save the changes before you preview. Once it's saved, then you can preview. Do you want your teenager to have the coolest backpack in school? So there it is. That's what it would look like to your customers, your potential customers, when they see this page. Okay, so go ahead and close the preview. So once it's done and you like it and you're happy with it, then you can go ahead and publish it. You click on publish. And I'm not going to publish this right now. I'm going to go ahead and I'll show you one that I've already done, and I'll do a demonstration of how it works. Let's see. Let's look at my unique VIP page. So once you've created it, it will give you this URL, what you created in the beginning, where you filled in the slug. That will be the page. What I would do is I would get a custom domain name, that GoDaddy or Bluehost are the two that I normally use, and forward your domain to this funnelizer address. So if I put in, say, uniquewithjen.com, it would forward to this address here, because it's really hard for people to remember or look at this URL here. It's kind of, it's not the prettiest. So, probably not recommended to go ahead and do that, but I will show you what it looks like. So here's what I did, and I was just playing around with this one too. So I said something like, love makeup. Imagine making money while sharing amazing products and helping women be beautiful inside and out. Begin your journey as a unique presenter. Okay, yes, I want in. And see, I put pictures of the lip gloss in the background. So this is an example of a home business capture page that you could use. Again, I'm just fooling around with this. You can put whatever you want, but I will give you a demo of how it works. So let's see, I will put my name in and one of my email addresses. Oops. Oopsies. Then I'll say, yes, I want in. Uh-oh, Safari is being fresh these days. It's supposed to go to my unique page. See if this URL up here goes to right to my unique presenter page. And if I put that in Chrome, I bet it would work better. But I can't put it in Chrome because then it stops screen sharing. So, let's go back for a second. Now it's being fresh. So I'm gonna go to, I was finished the demo that I was working on. So let's go back in, and I will say, for some reason, Safari does not like my unique page lately. I don't know why. I might have to update my Safari. So I'm just gonna put any old URL for it to go to. Wait, let me see. I need the form. My form. So I will have it go to, let's see, weekly marketing webinars.org. This is the Wednesday webinar for My Lead System Pro. This is the capture page for that. So I'll go ahead and just put that in, just for fun right now. And I'll publish the changes. And I'll close out of here. And I'll start the variation and publish the funnel. So now it says running, and that's as simple as that. So you see that it took me, I mean, literally without me giving all the explanations, you can do this in 5 minutes. And so now that I've done this, and it's literally live now, up and running. So I want to get the URL up here at the top, and then I'll put this in. So here we go. Put in my name, Jen at radical, freedomproject.com, and so, let me see, 978-238-8411. Okay, so yes, give me the details, and we'll see what happens. And as you can see, it goes right to the webinar capture page that I set it to. See up here, jenrussodavis.weeklymarketingwebinars.org. And that's what I set it to go to. So my funnel has worked just fine. So now you can see how easy peasy that is to set that up in 5 minutes. And that is it. You can send them anywhere you want to. And then, but be sure to test it like I did. Make sure it's all working hunky-dory before you do that. And I'm going to go ahead and come back. Let's see. How do I stop screen sharing? Okay. So that's it. So that is the process, and that's how to make an easy, look, oh my gosh, look at my hair. It's like, talk about sweaty. I actually, did my hair, but it got so frizzy and flat just from the sweat. So that is how to build the capture pages, easy peasy. And like I said, it took us a while to walk through it and talk about it, but if you were just doing it straight through, it really can be done and looks pretty savvy, right? It looks pretty sexy. And you can put in any background image you want, looks pretty cool in 5 minutes or less. So I hope you got a lot of value out of this webinar, and if you did, feel free to give me comments and please share it with anyone who you think might get some value from it. I'm going to go ahead, this has been recorded, so the replay will be available and you can feel free to share it with anyone that you think would benefit from this. I would appreciate that. I'm going to put also in the chat box right now, if you wanted to, the link to My Lead System Pro's 10-day, $10 trial. So if you wanted to get access to the Funnelizer Capture Page Maker and the other tools that are there, the training on how to generate leads, and I do coaching with my affiliates in My Lead System Pro as well on how I generated leads. And I'm going to do future webinars on, because now that you have the capture page made and the AutoResponder set up and this process ready to go, now you want to go ahead and connect with people because you need traffic to come to that capture page. You need folks to come and look at you, the eyeballs. So where do you get those? And that's what I'm going to talk about in future webinars, because there are so many ways to do it online, which is fantastic. And My Lead System Pro teaches a lot of it, and there's some that I teach separately as well. So that is about it. And if you have any questions, I encourage you. I do have Q&A going right now. I don't see questions. Let me check the Q&A box. I don't see any questions in here. So I'm going to assume nobody has any questions on that. So if you have any questions or you have specific topics you'd love to see a webinar on, please let me know. I'm more than happy to do that. And again, I will schedule some more in the future. And if you're not on my newsletter, where you can get my latest updates and other tips and tricks, my blog posts, and you can keep an eye on my Facebook page too. I usually do a live stream every day, but it's rockyourbizwithjen.com. And yeah, jump on my newsletter. I will send out all the latest updates on what I'm up to. And again, I just posted the link to My Lead System Pro's 10-day, $10 trial right here in the chat box. And that's it. So thank you so much for being here on my first live webinar. And you know what? I think it went okay with I've heard a lot of folks sometimes have some bumps in the road with the technology and the chat box and the Q&A box, but I think it worked pretty good right now. I'm pretty pumped. So awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Look forward to seeing you on future webinars. Go out there and have a wonderful evening and a powerful Wednesday. Oh, by the way, My Lead System Pro tomorrow night at 9 o'clock Eastern. It's the weekly marketing webinar Wednesday nights, and they're talking about doing webinars. So if you're seeing me do this right now and you're thinking, man, I would love to do this for my team, and doesn't have to be about online marketing, can be about anything you want, can be about your products, can be about just prospecting or recruiting or team building, and you want to do it in this format, absolutely, it's a great interactive tool. So they're going to be talking about how to use webinars in your business tomorrow night. So you can go to, I'll put the link here. It's mywisdomschool.com, and you can go ahead and jump on that webinar tomorrow night. So that's going to be a good one. So that's it. And I hope you guys, again, have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon.